Hey guys, I hope that I'm audible right now. You guys are able to see the video as well as there's no problem with my audio. Then do let me know, okay? Do let me know if there is any kind of problem with my audio or the video. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hello, hello. I hope that I'm live right now, so you guys are able to see me as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video. Please do let me know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Not a lot of people have come up to the class today. Is there some issue? Is there some holiday today or something like that? Because I have no clue for the same. No issues. Okay, that's great. That means that everybody is able to listen to me properly. Am I right? Great. Great. All good. Okay. Thank you so much, Prachu and Prashant. Okay. Uh, so let me know how was your day, guys? Like, did you had a good day? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We'll just wait for 5 more minutes so that everyone is able to join us, and then we'll start with our today's class. We are going to learn a bit about machine learning in today's class, like something that's extremely important for us to understand to be able to proceed further. So our job today would be to understand some of the concepts in machine learning that's really very important to understand. The second thing that we'll be working upon is what is neural networks, what is deep learning. So all these things we'll try to understand it today. Okay, brief concepts. Once we have done that, from tomorrow onwards, we'll start working upon the project. It will take us 2 more days to complete the project. So on the 6th and the 7th day, that is tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll be working upon the project themselves. Okay. Okay. I hope that you guys are able to listen to me properly. Great. So do you guys have any questions, any queries or something like that? Like, let me know because we'll be waiting for 3-4 minutes more for everyone to join us. So if you guys have any questions or queries, please do let me know. I will try to answer them properly. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. If you guys have any questions, any queries, please do let me know, guys. Hello, everyone. Don't you guys have any questions like related to something that we were studying or something else as well that you want to ask? Something like that. Like, it's totally fine. You can go ahead and ask. Like, we will also be able to interact a bit while everybody is joining us. Okay. Guys, try to be a bit more responsive on the live chat. Amazon clone project certificate. I have little to no idea have these been sent or not. But Diksha, I will talk to my team today and I will let you know tomorrow. Okay. Is data science a subset of AI or AI is a subset of data science? So try to understand this. AI is like physics. Okay. So when you're dealing with making an automobile, you have some concepts of physics that you use right over there. So although physics is not a subset of making a car, okay, making a car, physics is not a subset of that particular language. Okay, physics just exists. It's a field of learning. Okay, it's a field in itself. Whereas making a car is a particular activity. Okay, it's a particular art. So data science is basically an art, a method, or something like that. Whereas AI itself is a field. You use some technology, some of the algorithms that you have in AI that you are able to use in your data science work. So think about AI as tools that you are able to use. Okay. So how you started your journey? So around when I was in 10th standard, I started out with coding. I started out with a bit of like Java, HTML, CSS. I used to work in creating games in Flash. So Flash was one of the things that was used at that period of time. And I used to create Pac-Man. So that was the first game that I created. After that, when I went to college, I got interested a lot in AI. I started learning it. I created more than like 250, 300 projects in a year. Some of those projects got selected. I got some paid compensation for those projects as well. I was later recruited by Google Explore ML program to teach students from various universities. Once I started doing that, I realized that teaching was one of the passions that I had, so that I'm able to teach students about the different technologies that currently exist. Then I started guiding students through that particular program. And slowly and steadily, we formed Shape AI. Then after Shape AI, we renamed it to DevTown. So that is how we had the entire thing. Okay, roadmap for full stack. Tejas, I would suggest you to come to the next bootcamp that we are having on backend web development. We'll be learning JavaScript, Node.js, MongoDB, and we'll be making a server authentication itself. Okay, so if you want, I will be telling you the full, like, entire roadmap of full stack right over there. Okay. So what is different in front end and a back end developer? Again, I won't be like taking up questions related to web development right now, because that is a totally different path from what we are learning. So today we will be discussing about data science and all those pathways. What are the things that you need to learn? Okay, but yeah. So for web development, these questions I will try to handle in the web development bootcamp itself, because then most of the students right over there are interested to learn about that. Okay. So what other languages do you suggest other than Java, Python, C++, which have great importance? So see, don't learn all these languages. It's learning languages is not important. Okay. So there are just two languages that you need to learn, and you need to choose. Like, you have a lot many number of languages. You need to choose just two languages. First is the choice for your DSA and CP. That choice needs to be made between either C++ or Java, no other language. One of these languages you have to learn. The second choice is your development language. If you're going into web development, if you're going into Android development, I would suggest don't go into Android development in the start. Go with web development at the starting portion itself. Learn web development in its entirety. It becomes easier to shift to Android. Okay. In web development, choose JavaScript as your development language. If you're going with data science, then in that particular case, choose Python as a development language. So any two languages you have to select, one between C++ and Java, and the other between JavaScript and Python. Sir, anyone told you that you look like Kerry Minati? Many people told me that I look like a fat Kerry Minati. So, like, yeah. Okay. So for software development, which language is important? Again, like I said, Harsh, two languages only you need to learn. Okay. The first language is between C++ and Java. Choose between one of them for your DSA and CP. You need that. If you want to become a software engineer, you need to have two things under your belt. One is DSA and CP. The other thing is development in general. So for DSA and CP, choose between C++ and Java. For development, if you want to go into data science, if you want to go into web development, for web development, choose JavaScript. For data science, choose Python. That's it. Okay. How about Flutter? Like I said, Hitesh, if you are already a software engineer, you're working in a firm, okay, and then you want to shift to Android development, or your firm wants you to learn Flutter, only then learn for Flutter, otherwise not. Okay. If you want to go into Android development, first learn web development in its entirety. I'm talking about front end, back end, DevOps, cloud. If you are able to complete all these things, all these four things in web development, then you only need to give 7 days, just 7 more days to learn Android development as well. Otherwise, if you're starting with Android development, then you will never be able to learn web development. It will take you almost 3 months to learn web development. That is the reason why I always suggest students to first start with web development, complete web development in its entirety. Then it takes 7 more days to complete iOS as well as Android development. Okay. Yeah, CP means competitive programming. I go with Java for DSA and Python for data science and ML. That's great. Okay. Good evening, Yes. Good evening. CP means competitive programming. Yes. Why Python is not best language for data structures and algorithms? Because Python is treated as not a language itself within the development community. Like C++ and Java are thought as a serious development languages. The concepts of oops and all these different things, inheritance and everything, is much more easily covered right over there. And Python is considered as a development language. Okay, so that's the difference. Again, I'm saying this. Okay, so you guys are freshers. You don't have the knowledge right now. From a mentor's perspective, so I have ran hiring sprees. So I've done hiring for many companies. This time we got 900 students placed out of 1,000 students. So via DevTown, we run our own placement like firm as well. So we got almost 900 students placed out of the 1,000 students that we had. So we are in the process of like in the business of getting people placed. That is our main goal at the end of the day. Okay, so if yeah, whatever I'm saying is from the one and only one perspective. If you want to get placed, not everyone's main focus is getting placements. Maybe you just want to learn it. Okay, maybe you just want to explore web development. Maybe I want to become a freelancer. Maybe I want to start my own business or a startup. So for those people, I'm not talking about it. For those who are looking for just placements, okay, you want to get placed in a good company. So right now Google hired like 7 people from us, Microsoft hired 13 people from us, Samsung hired 21 people from us. So all these companies are continuously hiring from us, and I'm also continuously like taking up their hiring interviews as well. So I'm able to tell you guys, for DSA and CP, don't choose any other language, choose only C++ and Java. And for development, if you want to go into data science, Python. If you want to go into web development, then JavaScript. Okay, anything else, okay, you can write 500 different languages in the live chat. This would be my answer. So you don't have to choose between, you don't have to write C sharp, Go, or like Lamp stack or something like that. No, that's the only answer that I'm going to give you. Okay. How long should it take to ideally to complete web development in its entirety? So, I'm so sorry, Abhilispa. Sahu, Mrs. Sahu. So basically, web development, if I'm talking about complete web development, I'm not talking about half-ass. I'm not talking about like just learning HTML, CSS and then telling that you know web development, or just doing like Mern stack and then telling that you know web development. I don't even consider themselves a web developer. They are not going to be hired. You need to learn Mern stack, you need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you need to learn Bootstrap, you need to learn Tailwind CSS, you need to learn cloud computing in at least AWS in its entirety. You need to learn DevOps, that includes Docker, Kubernetes, CI/CD integration, version control, all these kind of stuff. Once you've completed this much, if you're doing it on your own, you don't have any guidance, you don't have any help, okay, you don't have any material, it will take you almost 2 to 3 years. For me, it took me 2 years to completely study it on my own. Okay, but that is the reason why we have created the training programs. We train the students in 3 months. Like every day we take 2 hours of live classes, so that's a totally different thing. So you have to give those 2 hours plus the assignments that we are giving to you. So we are running a training firm as well. So it takes, if you are participating in a training program that we are having, it takes almost 13 to 14 weeks at the bare minimum to complete it, and every day we have classes for 2 hours at the particular point of time I'm talking about it. Okay, okay, so let's start with the class right now. Okay, so we need to understand about okay, one more thing. So yesterday the link that I gave to you guys for campus ambassadors, many of the people told me that it was not working. So I'm giving you a new link for campus ambassadors right now. So this is the new link for campus ambassador program. Just those people who are interested in becoming a part of DevTown, they can fill up this campus ambassador. We will be starting off with so every campus ambassador would get an incentive based work. If you are doing the work, you will get paid for it as well. The payment according to per work basis would be around 700 rupees. So if you're doing it properly, you can earn 700 rupees a day, or if you just want to do it once, then at once as well you will be able to get 700 rupees. So we make sure that any work that we are having, any internships that we are having is paid always, so you don't have to worry about it. So if you guys want, okay, definitely join the campus ambassador program. I put up the link to the same in the live chat as well. Okay, I made a website using HTML, CSS, watching tutorials. That's great, but I learned HTML, CSS in 10th standard, and I never got placed in 10th standard itself. So you need to understand the kind of competition that you're currently facing. Okay, you need to be on par with the competition. Right now, HTML, CSS is being taught to students in 10th standard. So you have to be at least better than them. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Harsh. We will be contacting you very soon from tomorrow onwards. And I think so we will have a great time ahead as well. we won't be assigning you any work per se. Okay, there won't be any work to be assigned to you guys. You will just be representing us in your campuses. For example, just connect us with someone from your any of your clubs if you want to have a workshop in your college. Okay, if you want me to just go there in your college and teach as well, that can be arranged. If you want to have a Zoom session for your college, that can be arranged. So we try to make a community. We want to create a community, and community can only be created if you guys who know me from these boot camps are able to take up some initiative. Okay. Okay, so let's get started right away, guys. Those who want to join the Campus Ambassador program, I put the link to join the Campus Ambassador program down in the description of the, sorry, down in the live chat of the video itself. Do join from us from right over there. Okay, so let's get started. So let me just brief you guys what we are going to learn today. Okay, I've opened up the live chat as well. I filled this form by using yesterday's link. So is it okay if I fill it up again by this link? Giving, if you have already filled it up, just check whether you have filled it up or not. Like if you have filled it up, it's fine. If not, just fill it once again. Okay. Okay, it may be possible that this is another link. I'm not very sure of it. Okay, my team provided me with the same. Okay, so first what we are going to understand is some of the major concepts that are involved in ML. Okay, then we'll move towards neural networks, and then we'll move towards CNNs and deep learning. Okay, so these are the concepts that I will try that I'm able to make you guys understand in today's video. If we are able to reach up till like CNN, if we have completed up till CNN as well, we'll try to complete this particular portion in tomorrow's video, the first half, and then on the day 6th and the day 7th, we will be doing our project. Okay, so it may be possible that we might be extending the day to 8th day as well. So my basic concern is that anything that I'm teaching to you guys, it does not matter if I have to take one more day, one more week. I want to make sure that you guys are able to understand everything properly. Okay, that is my end goal. So I don't care whether it's like I've said for 7 days, but I have to take it for 8 days. I will take it for 8 days. Okay, but yes, everything needs to be understood by you perfectly. That is the aim of these boot camps. Okay, okay. So should we get started, guys? Please let me know. Should we get started, guys? Please let me know. Guys, you still there with me? Okay, great. So machine learning, so can somebody remind me what does machine learning mean? Yesterday I have told you guys a bit about the same. Can you guys remind me what do you mean by machine learning? I understand that I'm looking extremely dark today. Okay, but like it's fine. Again, no, algorithms is wrong. What do you mean by machine learning, guys? Yesterday we have discussed about it. Can somebody remind me the same? I understand that some of you might be typing. Okay, an algorithm to make a machine learn from examples. Machine learns and applies machine learning from past experience. Okay, great. So these are the correct answers right over here. But there are certain types of machine learning as well. You call them supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, reinforcement. Okay, so these are the 4 types of machine learning algorithms that exist. Okay, so we will try our best to be able to understand these 4 topics using examples. We don't need to understand the mathematics behind it because these are not algorithms. These are just sub branches of machine learning. How can you classify the algorithms that are present in machine learning into these 4 types? Now in machine learning, there are almost 16 to 18 algorithms that are present. Okay, these are the major algorithms that are present in machine learning, that if you are learning machine learning, that you should be familiar with these 18 algorithms in total. Okay, in the deep learning, you're having 6 to 8 different algorithms that are present in deep learning that you should be familiarizing yourself with. Now of course, deep learning is also a subset of machine learning, but these 16 to 18 algorithms are not related to deep learning. So in total, machine learning has almost 24 to 26 different algorithms inside of it. Now, if you are learning machine learning at any point of time, I will be letting you guys know how to learn each of these algorithms. I'm currently in the process of creating one video as well that I will be uploading very soon on YouTube. I will suggest you guys to go through that video once it is released. It would be me taking up one algorithm and giving you guys an understanding about how to learn that algorithm itself. Any algorithm that you want to learn, if you want to learn machine learning in its crux at the highest level you want to be, if you want to get hired, then that particular case, how do you learn an algorithm? Okay, how do you practice? How do you make a project? The entire process for learning an algorithm, I'll be putting it up on YouTube in the next, let's say, month itself. Okay, I've currently planned it. I can even show you guys. I've made the script for the same as well. If I am having the script right now, I'm not very sure. Let me just show it to you guys. So let's see, machine learning engineer. Okay, so that's the engineer project. We need to go with data analyst video, I guess. No. Python, AI, getting started, machine learning and introduction. So as you're able to see, I've already created the notes and everything that is related to the same. So different types of machine learning systems, all the examples, the PPTs for the same have already been created, and the project and everything. So we'll be working about how to learn an entire algorithm in its entirety with the mathematics and everything behind it. So we will be making that video and putting it up on YouTube. So it might be of like 20 different videos that will be there in a playlist. We'll be releasing it. Okay, so do look at that particular video. It will help you to understand how you need to learn any algorithm. Okay, so as you're able to see, there's a lot of different mathematics that goes around with learning machine learning at the end of the day, and I will be explaining it in very layman terms. Anybody who has completed 12th standard mathematics will be able to understand it. I'll make sure of that. Okay, so you will be able to see that it's like you're coming back to the most difficult parts of mathematics. Okay, but don't worry, I will try to make it as simple as possible. I'm currently working upon it. That is my job at the end of the day. Okay, so let's start by understanding supervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, so let's take up an example. Let's take up an example of a student. Okay, so there are three type of students that might exist at any point of time. Okay, let's try it with the utmost basics. Let's not start with the three student example. Okay, so you are having a student right now. This particular student is currently in his sixth standard. Okay, he's in sixth standard right now. So he has some tests that is coming up. Okay, this is the test right over here. These are the questions. Okay, these are the tests that he's having. How will this particular person study? Okay, so I will give him a guidebook. I'll give him a guidebook right over here. So let's say that you guys are very familiar with what guidebooks are. Am I right? Guidebooks. These are books that have some questions and the answers related to those questions in a book. Okay, so it's like question then answer, question then answer, question then answer, and then question and answer right over here. Okay, so now what I'm doing is, this book is of 100 pages. It has 100 pages. On each page there are like let's say 5 question and answers right over there. So there are 500 question and answers. So I'm dividing this into two subsets. One is 400 question and answers, and one is 100 question and answers right over here. Before taking the final test, this is the final test. Okay, this is the final test that the student has to give. Now what I'm doing is, I'm giving this 400 question and answers. So these are question and answers right over here, 500 question and answers. I'm tearing the book. I'm taking the book. I'm tearing the pages out of the book. Okay, I'm taking out 100 questions and answers and keeping it separately. I'm taking the rest of the 400 question and answers and I'm providing it to the student. I'm telling the student that this is the data. This is called as training data. Okay, I'm training the student. Okay, now a student in machine learning model, machine learning terminology will be the algo, or usually called as the model. Okay, algorithm or the model. Okay, so I'm taking these 400 question and answers, only these 400 question and answers, calling them as training data, giving it to the student and telling them that these are the question and answers. Now learn. Okay, now learn from these question and answers. Once you have learned from these question and answers, I'm having another data that I'm having, that is these 100 question and answers right over here. I call them as the testing data. So I, as an examiner, I as a mentor, I know the answers for these questions, because these are also question and answers. Am I right? These are also question and answers. So I know the answers. I'm hiding the answers. So I'm hiding all the answers right over here, and I'm just showing these 100 questions after you have learned from the training data. After you have learned from this training data, I will just show you these 100 questions to you. So I've removed the answers. Now it is just 100 questions. I'm giving it to you before your final test. I'm telling you that, okay, whatever you have learned, from the training data, that is the 400 question and answers. Now look at these 100 questions and give me your answers. This is called as the testing data. So this particular person gave this test on 100 questions and gave me 100 answers. Okay, a dash. Okay, he gave me 100 answers. Now what I will be doing is I'll be cross checking it with reference to the answers that are separated from right over here. These answers that are separated for these 100 questions, I will be referencing the answers that the student gave me, that the model gave me, with the answers that I already know from the guidebook. I will check whether how much marks that you are able to get. If you are able to get 30% marks, that means you didn't study at all. You are able to get 70% marks, then that means that you were studying but not that hard enough. Now if you are getting me 95% marks, then you did great at the end of the day. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Now, once you have reached 95%, okay, once you have reached 95%, then I will tell you that, okay, now this particular person, now my algorithm, now my model, now my student is ready to give the final examination. In this final test, I as an examiner don't know the answers. I don't know the answers because this is coming from CBSE. This is not an in-school examination. These questions as well as the answers are coming from CBSE itself. So this is what happens in real life. So all this training data and testing data was data that you had. You had full control over this data. But this real life data that is happening in real time, you don't have any control over it. So how well your algorithm performs on it, it was able to bring 95% on the testing data, but it failed miserably on the final test. Then that means that there was something wrong. There was something wrong with the student, how the student learned. Okay, but it may be possible that it was able to perform, like it was able to get like 89% on the real life data as well. Means that it was able to perform well on the real life data. Okay, so this is the entire process that you follow in machine learning as well. Now, for example, the student itself can be of various types. Okay, so the student itself can be of three types. Okay, so the first type of student, when you gave him the guidebook, the 400 question and answers, he just flipped. He didn't even read it. Okay, he didn't even read it. He just like, acha, theek hai. He just flipped through the 400 question and answers. He kept the book aside. Then you gave him the training testing data, and he got 10% right over there. This is a particular person who didn't give any efforts in. He didn't learn anything. He just flipped through the pages. He didn't learn anything from that particular data. Are you guys able to understand this? This type of model is called as underfitted model. Why underfitting? Because he didn't learn anything. Whatever data that you provide to him, he didn't learn through anything. He just flipped through the pages and move on with his life. So this is an underfitted data. The second type of person that exists is that, okay, you gave him the data, okay, the training data. In the training data, whatever the 400 questions that you were able to give him, he just wrote learn everything, word by word. He just wrote learn everything. If the exact same question is coming in the testing data, will perform brilliantly. He will give 100 out of 100. Okay, we'll give 99.99 out of 100. Okay, but if you're changing the question a little bit as well, again he will come back to 20%, 30%. Why? Because he also didn't learn anything from that data. He just wrote learn everything. Okay, now these type of people are called as overfitted model. Okay, or overfitting, because he just wrote learn everything. You need a balance. You need a person, you need a student who is able to learn from the data, who is able to get inference from the data itself. And that is the model that you need to go further with. That is the right model that you need to go further with. Okay, are you guys able to understand the difference between underfitting and overfitting? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the difference between underfitting and overfitting? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand the difference between underfitting and overfitting? Please let me know. Do you guys have any kind of doubt up till here? Please let me know. Whatever concepts that I'm explaining it to you right now, we will be coming back to these concepts when we will be coding. Okay, so are you guys able to understand everything up till here? If you have any doubts, let me know right now. Okay, so let's go back to our main question, that is understanding supervised learning algorithms itself. Okay, so what do you mean by supervised learning? What do you mean by supervision? Okay, let me know. What do you mean by the term supervision in English? Can somebody let me know? What do you mean by the term supervision? I'm very sorry for my like handwriting, but what do you mean by supervision in English? I'm not talking supervision. I'm not talking about like Superman. Okay, I'm talking about supervision. What do you mean by supervision in English? I'm talking about in English, normal English. Guidance, teaching. Okay, okay. Guidance is one of the words that I will go with. And anything else, guys, that you want to add? What do you mean by supervision? I'm talking about just watching over. Okay, great. Anything else? Under someone in charge, that's great. Under someone's watch, amazing. So basically, supervision means that somebody has to continuously watch you. Okay, that person, that thing is not independent enough at the end of the day. Okay, the same goes with these algorithms as well. For example, if you are classifying ham and spam emails, yesterday we had seen that. So ham is like correct emails, and then spam emails. If you are classifying between ham and spam emails, you need to first go through various different emails and classify it yourself as ham or spam before you are able to feed it to an algorithm. For example, in the question and answer, you need to have the question and the answer first of all written already, that you need to feed the algo. So there is some human involvement that is involved in creation of the data itself. You need some humans to supervise the creation of these training data. You need some humans to supervise the creation of these training data. Okay, so that is why it is called as supervised learning algorithms, because these algorithms need to have labeled data. So you are having the data. So right over here, the mail is your data, and its label associated with it is spam. Okay, so data and label associated with that particular data. So the data would be, let's say, answer, and the label would be the question itself. So these type of supervised learning algorithms have label and data association that needs to be created by a human being. Hence, it is called as a supervised learning algorithm. For example, classifying an image of a dog and a cat. So if you are creating an algorithm that is able to take in an image and classify whether that is a cat or a dog, first you need to have thousands of images of cats and thousands of images of dogs, and each of these images you will have to specify that okay, this is an image of a cat. This is an image of a dog. This is an image of a cat. This also is an image of a cat. This is an image of a dog, and so on and so forth. You need to create that training data itself. You need to have data and label associated with each of them. That is why it is called as supervised learning algorithms. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand what do you mean by supervised learning algorithms? Please let me know, guys. Guys, please let me know. There are 110 of you in the live chat, guys. Please be a bit more enthusiastic while writing. Again, did only like 10 of you understood the entire thing? Did the rest of you not be able to understand the same? Please let me know, guys. Still just 15 people understood. What about the rest of you guys? Guys, please be very collaborative on the live chat. We want to make sure that everybody is having a great time learning the same as well. Okay, so supervised machine learning algorithm basically means that the data that you're going to feed into the algorithm itself has a label and the data association. To give that data a label, you need a human interference right over there. You need a human being to sit right over there, take a look at the training data and assign a label to it. Okay, so that is what it means by supervised machine learning algorithms. Okay. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next particular part, that is unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Okay. So unsupervised machine learning algorithms basically means, by the name itself, you will be able to understand that you are having data with no labels associated with it. You are having data with no labels associated. So I'm talking about unsupervised. Okay, I'm talking about unsupervised. So you are having just data with no labels. You don't know whether that image is of a cat or that image is of a dog. I don't know that. I will feed it to an algorithm, and it's the duty of the algorithm to classify them into various categories. Okay, so for example, let me just show it to you guys. If I'm having an image of an unsupervised learning algorithm, give me a second. I should be having the same. Dedicate, data science, machine learning, dedicate, web development, testimonials, original browser, intro to Python. I don't think so that's the case. Yeah, I will have to find it. Give me a second. I guess it would be better if I'm able to show it to you guys. Canva. No, nobody is giving you the labels, dude. Nobody is going to give you the labels. That's the main problem with supervised learning algorithm. Why it is called as supervised? You need a human being to sit right over there and assign the labels first of all. That is the reason why it is called as supervised. You need human interaction right over there. Your project. Let's see if this PPT would be able to help us out right over here. Okay, so for these are the algorithms that we consider as supervised learning algorithms. So k nearest neighbors, linear regression, logistic regression, support vector machines, decision trees, random forests, and neural networks. These are all examples of supervised learning algorithms. Okay, then you are having your unsupervised learning algorithm. So this is how it happens. So I have images of cat, automobiles, truck, frog, ship, aeroplane, horse, bird, dog, deer. Okay, I don't know these images are of these categories. Okay, I just know that I'm having like 10,000 images right now. I don't know, I don't have any labels associated with these images. Okay, let's present this PPT. I don't know whether these images are of any particular category. I just have images, and the name is 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, and so on and so forth. I don't know what it contains. Now, all those images, 10,000 images, I'm feeding it to an unsupervised machine learning algorithm. And that algorithm is able to cluster these images together on the basis of how similar they appear. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, frogs, having all the images of frogs that are green have been clustered together. Now, how do I know that these are the images of a frog? I have to open every single image from this visualization algorithm and check that, okay, this is an image of a frog. This is also an image of the frog. So I've marked everything from the start itself. Okay, so you're able to see frogs got classified together. Okay, cats got classified together right over here near to the dogs. So cats and dogs are although separated by to each other, but as you're able to see that they are very like nearby to each other as well. Deer have been classified together. Horse have been classified near to the deer, but separately, as you're able to see. Okay, you're able to see that birds have been classified right over here, but all the animals, as you're able to see, have been classified towards the right. All the animals were classified and brought together in clusters on the right side itself. And you are able to see that aeroplanes, ships, automobiles, trucks were all classified towards the left hand side. So the algorithm, without even knowing that what these particular images mean, were able to separate the images out to some extent into their own separate clusters, while making sure of the fact that the cluster from an outer perspective, the living and the non-living thing as well, are separated from each other. So that's the beauty of unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. This is an example of an algorithm that I've created. This is the result that I'm showing to you guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Okay, great. So these are some of the unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, clustering algorithms are like k-means algorithm, db-scan, hierarchical cluster analysis. So that was the basic thing that I showed you right now. So this is called as a clustering visualization algorithm. So it's a hybrid between the clustering and the visualization algorithm. Okay, the next is the anomaly detection algorithm. Okay, now what do you mean by anomaly detection? So for example, now anomaly detection is something, if you are interested in cyber security, this is something that you will have to learn. Okay, so anomaly detection algorithm is nothing else but an unsupervised machine learning algorithm where you detect anomalies in particular stuff. Okay, for example, you are having a network. What do you mean by a network? A proper network, okay, a proper IP infrastructure network that you are having. So every network has some pings that happen, okay, some access controls that are happening at any point of time. So you will monitor these networks at any point of time. We're able to see some anomaly from the normal behavior inside these particular networks itself. You should have an algorithm. The anomaly detection algorithm will detect these anomalies in the network and stop those activities right over there, so that they are not able to pass on to your network themselves. Okay, so anomaly detection algorithms, the example for that are like one class SVM, isolation forests, okay, principal component analysis, kernel PCA, linear embedding. So all these different algorithms are present that come under unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Great. Next comes semi-supervised machine learning algorithms. How many of you have used Google Photos? How many of you have used the app that is the Google Photos app? Can somebody let me know? How many of you have used the Google Photos app? Can somebody let me know? Okay, so a lot many of you have used the Google Photos app. If you remember it correctly, on when you were using those app itself, periodically, what will Google Photos do is it will show you like 4 images. Okay, it will show you 4 images and it will ask you that are these image of the same person. So it will show you like 4 different images. Okay, like side profile, front profile, and all this kind of stuff. And it will ask you that are these images of the same person. Okay, then it will ask like it will show you one particular image. It will ask you that who is this particular person, and it will ask you for his name. You put Shaurya. Okay, so you must have seen these two questions that come up in your Google Images app. Please let me know, Google Photos app. Have you seen these questions appear periodically in your app themselves? So this is an example of semi-supervised algorithms. Okay, in supervised algorithms, you had to specify the labels associated with each of the data. Okay, so for example, if this same thing you had to go do it supervised in the way of supervised algorithm itself, each of these images they will be asking you that, okay, is this Shaurya? 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 You have 150 images, you will have to write the labels for every single image. You don't have the time. Okay, so what does Google does is it will first use unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, it will show you 4 images. It asks you, are these of the same person? You will say yes. So it has some and it will ask you that who is this. So it has got 4 images of Shaurya right over here. It has 150 images that is already clustered together that look the same. Okay, so it will label all these 150 images as Shaurya. So instead of you labeling all these 150 images, it will ask you to label just one, identify 4, and will label the rest for you. So it is a hybrid between an unsupervised machine learning algorithm and then a supervised machine learning algorithm. First, it will apply the unsupervised learning algorithm to cluster images together. And okay, these images look of the same person, these images look of the same person, these images look of the same person, and so on and so forth. Then it will ask you to identify whether, okay, so are these, was I right? Okay, if I'm clustering these 150 images, showing you any random 4 images, was I right to cluster these in the same cluster? You will say, yes, you were right. Okay, then it will ask you that, okay, is this particular person Shaurya? You will like, yes, it is Shaurya. Then it will assign Shaurya to all those 150 images. So this is a hybrid between an unsupervised learning algorithm and a supervised machine learning algorithm. So it uses both the machine learning algorithms one after the other, and hence it is called as semi-supervised machine learning algorithm. Are you guys able to understand this? This is a practical example, guys. This is a practical example of semi-supervised machine learning algorithm. The same thing gets applied in Netflix recommendation as well. Netflix and all the other streaming services, the recommendation system that you're having, you don't like go and watch every single movie. You watch just 4 movies and it is able to recommend you something. How is it able to do that? By that 4 movies itself, it is able to cluster some movies together. It will then ask you for your preference. Would you like to watch this particular movie? Or would you rate this particular movie as something? You'll say that, okay, yeah, I would like to watch this particular movie. If that recommendation succeeds, it means that you have made the right clusters. So it will then just assign that cluster that, okay, this particular cluster is for Shaurya. He will watch these type of action movies. Okay, so that is the main thing. Netflix also uses a hybrid. So most of the algorithms that you will be seeing at any point of time would always be a hybrid between an unsupervised and a supervised machine learning algorithm. What we will be doing would be a pure supervised machine learning algorithm that we'll be using. That is the CNN work that we are going to use. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm telling you right now itself. Okay, but yes, in Netflix, in your Google Photos, images, all these different things are semi-supervised machine learning algorithms. Most of the stuff are. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Great. The next particular machine learning algorithm is a reinforcement machine learning algorithm. Now, there are two things, the pros and the cons. So everything that I told you up till this particular point of time, supervised, unsupervised, as well as semi-supervised, are something that you will have to study if you want to become a data scientist or a data analyst or get a job. Okay. Reinforcement learning is not important from the job perspective. Okay, so you need to understand that this is just that you need to understand what reinforcement learning is. You never have to make any project, you don't have to learn reinforcement learning ever in your life. Okay, so from a job perspective in India, you never have to learn reinforcement learning. It is not something, it does not has a single job opportunity in India right now, but still I'm going to tell you guys about it. It is one of my favorite algorithms that exist, the type of machine learning algorithm that exist. I have a lot of research work into this as well. Okay, so this is basically a research topic. It's not something from a job perspective. Okay. Uh, why I love the same is because this is what helps robots to actually work at the end of the day. Every robot that you are able to see in the entire world, whether it be a Simu, the robot by Honda, whether it be the Boston dog by the Boston University, whether it be any other robot that you have ever heard about, okay, it works upon reinforcement learning itself. Again, like I said, it has no career opportunities, it has no job opportunities. Okay, so I'm being very truthful to you about it. Okay, so now let's try to understand reinforcement learning algorithm. uh, okay, so let's try to understand it from an example itself. That is the best way that you will be able to understand reinforcement learning. Okay, so let's try to understand that you guys must have seen my dog. Okay, so I have a dog. Her name is Susie. She's a golden retriever. I don't have currently I'm at my house with my parents right now. I'll be going back on 9th to Bangalore. So I will be in Bangalore for like a year after today. So I have Susie with me right over there. She's a golden retriever. So when I brought her home as a kid, as a puppy itself. Okay, let me draw Susie. Okay, I'm very bad at drawing, so just pardon me. I have some legs and a tail. Okay, so she was a dog. Okay, she was a puppy right over there. She didn't had a lot of dimag. Again, she didn't had a lot of brain. Okay, but she's very cute, so it's fine. So I bring that dog in. Okay, in machine learning algorithm, I will call her an agent. Okay, I will call myself as the trainer. My house will be called as the environment. My house will be called as the environment itself. Now I will train her. I will try to train this particular agent itself. I will try to train my dog. So I tell her to sit. Okay, I tell her to sit. Now the dog is like, she didn't understood English until today as well. She only knows two things. One is hi-fi and the other one is fist bump. That's the only two things that I've taught her till today, and she is with me for the past 3-4 months. Okay, so I tell her to sit. Okay, she listens to my command and she lays down. Okay, so I tell her bad dog. I tell her bad dog. I gave her a negative feedback. But she's like, hey, dude, I don't like this. Okay, I don't want to get a negative feedback. I want to get some positive encouragement from my trainer. So I again tell her to sit. This time she jumps. Again tell her bad dog. Again a negative feedback. So she's like, no, 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 I need to do something. The third time I tell her to sit, she sits down. I tell her good girl and I give her a treat. Okay, I tell her good girl and I give her a Scooby biscuit. Okay, I give her a Scooby biscuit. She's like the aim of her life now becomes that to maximize the number of Scooby biscuits or rewards. To maximize the number of rewards or Scooby biscuits. That is the entire goal of her life right now. Now she makes a hypothesis that anytime, so I told her to sit 2 more times. She sat, I gave her a Scooby biscuit. So she made up a rule, she made up a hypothesis that every time my trainer says anything, if I sit, then I will be able to get a Scooby biscuit. This time I tell her to lay down. Okay, I changed my command. Instead of saying sit, I tell her to lay down. She again sits. Okay, because for her hypothesis, it's like every time I will sit, I will get a Scooby biscuit. Okay, so I tell her lay down. She again sits. I gave her a negative feedback once again. Bad dog, don't sit. Stand. Okay, so she understands that, okay, my hypothesis was wrong. My hypothesis that every time I sit, I will get a Scooby biscuit. It was wrong. So she will create a new hypothesis that every time the trainer says sit, and if I sit, okay, if I do this particular action, only then I'm going to get a Scooby biscuit. For lay down, I have to do something else. She will spin around once. I'll tell her bad dog. Okay, again a negative feedback. She will do three different things. Then when I say lay down and she lays down, she will get another Scooby biscuit. Okay, so she will start creating hypotheses. She will start creating rules. Okay, she will start to explore the environment, touching different stuff, biting a particular wire and getting scolded by me again. So all these different things, she starts exploring it, and at the end of the day, she start creating hypotheses. And the aim of her life is to increase the rewards, increase the number of Scooby biscuits that she is able to give. And this is the concept of reinforcement learning as well. Except in reinforcement learning, your agent is your environment is a simulated environment. Okay, your agent is the bot that you are having. Your rewards are basically numbers itself. So +1 is a reward, -1 is a negative feedback, 0 is plain bland, nothing is happening right now. Okay, so now this bot can be a drone. Okay, in a simulated environment, can be the Boston. So if you're having a robot, okay, if you're having a robot, if you're creating a robot and then training it up in a physical environment itself, it's a very costly process. Okay, it takes almost a million iterations of a particular robot to be able to help him or her just walk properly with 4 legs, to be able to help him or her to walk properly on his own. Okay, it takes millions and billions of times of like trial and error. It will fall billions of times, then it will learn to walk at the end of the day. A motor gets degraded after every 1,000 or 10,000 uses. Okay, you cannot spend that much amount of money to train a physical robot at the end of the day. So you create a simulated environment inside your PC. You create an exact replica of that robot in that simulated environment, and then you use reinforcement learning to be able to create an algorithm of filled with hypothesis that you are able to use. Excuse me, just give me some water as well. Okay, so you create an environment, and in that environment itself, that particular robot will train itself millions of times. You will get the entire algorithm, and then at that algorithm you will transfer it to a physical robot, and then it will just roam around in your room. So that is the entire thing. Okay, are you guys able to understand what do you mean by reinforcement learning? You're reinforcing the process of learning, okay, by the help of rewards. That is your positive and negative feedback. Okay, you're reinforcing the process of learning. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Now, reinforcement learning as well as various different algorithms inside of it. You start off with the extremely easy Monte Carlo algorithms and all this kind of stuff, but it gets pretty deep in mathematics a lot quickly. Okay, so I would suggest you guys to stay off and away from reinforcement learning at all times. Okay, because it is not important for your placements. If you want to get placed, if you're just learning reinforcement learning, or if even if you're good at reinforcement learning, the number of jobs aren't there to be able to even apply for them. Okay, these are basically research works, so you have to be a PhD holder with like 3 4 years of research to be able to get somewhere. So I usually suggest students to stay off course from here, but I find it very interesting, and that's why I usually tell you guys about it as well. Okay, okay, great. uh let's move on to the next thing. So right now I've told you guys almost everything. Yesterday I promised you guys that I will tell you guys a roadmap how to get placed as a software engineer or a data analyst or a data scientist. Okay, so I'll fulfill that promise right now. I'll tell you guys the roadmap that you need to follow. Are you guys ready for the same? Please let me know. Are you guys ready for the same? Please let me know. Okay, great. So let me just open up the roadmap. We have it on our website as well. So why would I write it once again? Just taking the easy way out. Okay. And you guys are not interactive with me, man. Like you should be able to interact with me. Be very open. Like just write anything that you want, but don't harass anyone. Huh? I don't like that. If you're harassing someone in the live chat, especially boys, like yesterday as well, I called one of the students up and I complained to his college as well. So he was harassing some people on the WhatsApp groups. Don't do that. Okay, you are like from well educated backgrounds, your families are also very good. You shouldn't do this kind of stuff. Please refrain from doing communal, religious, or any kind of like bad behavior related to any other gender, any other race. Okay, it's not something that you guys are Indians. Okay, we are the most secular people on this planet. I expect better from at least us Indians. Okay, so always try to be good. Okay, so let's start. Okay, I won't be wasting any of your time. Okay, so let me get this syllabus from right over here. So this entire training program that we have created it in partnership with various different companies. So this syllabus itself has been given to us by, so we got syllabus from Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Goldman Sachs. So we got all the syllabuses from these companies who are hiring from us, and this is what they have told us to train the students on. Okay, so this syllabus is something that is coming from the industry, not from us. So please be very, very, very careful about what I'm telling you right now. Okay, first of all, if you are planning to get into a company, there are three things that you cannot miss. The first one is DSA, data structures and algorithms. The second one is competitive programming. The third one is data science, of course. Okay, these three things, if you're planning for a software engineering position, if you're planning for a data analyst position, if you're planning for a data scientist position, these are the three things that you have to do. You have to do it. You don't have any other choice. I won't be repeating it as well. Sir, if you're just doing data science, or if you're just doing the data structures and algorithms, so if you're just doing competitive programming, no, no. All three of them, you have to do it. Okay. So let's look at it. First, in data structures and algorithms, my preference of language is C++. Okay, that is my own preference. But you can choose between C++ and Java. If you have already done Java, only then choose Java. If you don't have any knowledge about Java, then choose C++ directly. Choose C++ directly. You don't have to even think about it. Okay. So in data structure and algorithms, first start with C++, learn the programming language itself. Okay. Then go with like, let's see, introduction to programming. And so I hope that you guys are able to see the syllabus right over here. Are you guys able to see the syllabus right over here? Please let me know. Okay, so you need to start off with introduction to programming in C++. You want to learn mathematics, bit manipulation, recursion, arrays, searching, sorting, matrix, hashing, strings, linked list, stacks, queue, dequeue, tree, BST, heap, graph, greedy algorithm, backtracking, dynamic programming, trie, segment and binary index trees, and disjoint sets. This is everything that you have to do in both data structures and algorithms as well as for competitive programming. All these topics need at least 3 months to complete. At least 3 months if you have the right resources to study. At least. Otherwise, it will take you almost 6 months if you're doing it on your own. At least, and I'm talking about like an average level. At least that's the time that you have to give. Okay. Next, you want to go towards data science. Start with Python. Okay. Learn about data types and operators, control flow, scripting, object oriented programming in Python. Okay, once you've learned some basics in Python itself, okay, then move on to some projects. Like for example, in our training program, we have the project of like a secret message project, take a break project that we have created, music website project that we have created just for learning the concepts that are involved in Python itself. So you need to have some projects that are dedicatedly made in just Python so that you are able to show off your skills of the language itself. Okay, next you want to go off starting with data analysis. So in data analysis, the first thing you need to do is mathematics, that is statistics for data analysis. The concepts that you need to learn is constructs, population versus samples, correlation versus causation, hypothesis, experimentation, visualizing data, central tendency, variability, standardizing, normal and sampling distribution, estimation, hypothesis testing, and t-tests. These are everything that you need to know in statistics. Statistics you cannot ignore. In your interviews, they will directly give you questions of statistics. Directly. If you're applying for a data analyst positions, I've given so many interviews, I've taken so many interviews as of this particular point of time. They just give me a particular question, a mathematical question, and tell me to perform t-tests over that. They'll just give me the data and tell me to perform t-tests. First do it in pen and paper, then show us how to do it in Python. So each of these topics, you have to learn the mathematics, the statistics, and then how to do it in Python as well. All three things. Don't just learn the concept. How to do it in Python, that's also very important. Okay, please don't forget that. Okay, once you've completed with statistics, so for example, what we have done is, so Walmart is also one of our hiring partners. So they have provided us with their own data, okay, on which we train our students so that they are ready. So Walmart, I guess, I don't remember how many people they hired through us. Let me check. Let me go to any of the attendance form. So Walmart hired, let me check this time. Okay, Walmart hired 19 students from us. So yeah, so Walmart gave us this particular data right over here. Okay, and see, this data, what they have told us is that students should be able to perform any and every type of statistical analysis over this data. That is what they have said. This is their words, not mine. Okay, so you need to understand statistics is so important that companies are having just one problem statement related to just statistics. Okay, so it's that much important. Then moving on further, next is you need to start off with understanding data analysis. Okay, so what is the data analysis process? What are the tools involved in data analysis process? That is NumPy, Pandas, how to make visualization algorithms, okay, how to make graphs, okay, how to make charts, okay, how to make statistical charts at the end of the day, okay, how to visualize data in a proper sense. So for that, Matplotlib and Seaborn, these are the two libraries in Python that you need to learn at any point of time. Okay, so you will start off with the data analysis process. You will learn all these things. Okay, do it via projects. Don't just learn stuff. Learn stuff, then implement it as well. Without implementation, that knowledge is bullshit. Nobody knows how to rectify your knowledge. Okay, so for example, we got two of the problem statements. One is from Google, that is the analyze Android app market on Google Play. This is what Google gave us. Google didn't hire a lot from us this time. They just hired 7 people, but we were very pleased. Like that was the highest placement, 60 lakhs that Google gave. So we were like, yay. Okay, so analyzing Android app data is extremely important. Okay, so of course you won't be able to get this particular data, but you can take another data and learn it over that. Uber gave us the data analysis project for visualizing user data from Uber. Okay, but this particular time Uber didn't hire from us, although Ola hired 21 people. So I was very proud that, okay, even though Ola didn't give us the data set, but they hired from us on the basis of this data set itself. So, but it's very important. Okay, understanding visualization algorithms is extremely important. Okay, the next is you're having SQL. Okay, SQL, guys, I cannot stress how much SQL is important. Understanding databases and SQL is extremely important. Okay, up till advanced level, you cannot just say that I know select all, that's it. No, you need to understand SQL to its most advanced level, because when you will be dealing with big data in a particular company, at that particular point of time, your knowledge of SQL would be extremely important, guys. Okay, so basic SQL joins, aggregations, subqueries and temporary tables, SQL data cleaning processes, window functions, SQL advanced joins, performance tuning, accessing databases using Python. These are everything that is extremely important for you to learn in SQL. The project that we got from Amazon this time was the IMDb SQL dataset. As you are able to see, this is the project that we got from Amazon. Amazon also hired a lot of students from us. 9 students were hired from Amazon. The average package was between 45 to 40 lakhs this time, what Amazon offered to the students. Okay, so and everything that they were performing was just on SQL. So you are able to imagine how much SQL is important, guys. Okay. Next is the data wrangling process. Okay, this is a sub part of data mining. Okay, this is sub part of data mining. How to get data. Okay, gathering data, accessing, assessing data. Okay, so is this particular data like good quality or not? Okay, cleaning data, working with table. So when you are working with data itself, you get data from various sources. So you'll have to work with tabular data, you'll have to work with CSV data, Excel data, JSON data. You will have to learn about HTML and XML. Okay, HTML and XML is very important to understand for the data wrangling process. Okay, Beautiful Soup is another library in Python that is used to scrape data out of websites. So you can directly just make a command to a particular website and get all the images, all the text from that particular website and convert it into data that you can use, and how to access the quality of the data as well that you have created. Okay, so data cleaning and everything, that is something that will be involved right over here. Okay, next is machine learning. Like I said, there are 16 to 18 different machine learning algorithms. Right over here, we are having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 machine learning algorithms are there that you have to learn. Okay, now how to learn these algorithms as well, it's very important to understand. First, learn the why these algorithms are used. Just get a brief understanding about these algorithms. No mathematics, nothing else that. Okay, just a brief understanding about these algorithms. The second thing that you have to do is learn the mathematics behind these algorithms. Once you have learned the mathematics, a basic understanding of the mathematics, how these algorithms work, then move on to the third part, that is apply. So whatever mathematics that you have learned, that is basically matrix multiplications and nothing else. Okay, it's basically matrix multiplications and formulas. Now use just Python and NumPy and Pandas, these three things, Python, NumPy and Pandas, to implement that machine learning algorithm itself. Now this is called as implementing a machine learning algorithm from scratch. Okay, this is called as implementing a machine learning algorithm from scratch, just using Python, NumPy and Pandas. Once you have done that, then you come to project. Okay, where you use a library just like sklearn. So sklearn is a library. So when you are implementing it from scratch, this is just to make sure that you are able to show off your understanding about that algorithm. But in a project, you will be using libraries like sklearn, in which already a very optimized version of that algorithm has already been implemented for you. You can directly use that. Okay, you can directly use that. So that is the fourth step. Okay, first understanding the algorithm, second learning the mathematics, third implementing it using Python, NumPy and Pandas, and fourth making a project on that particular algorithm using your sklearn library, okay, in Python itself. So for example, in a training program, this is how we do it. Okay, so every algorithm will have its very own project. Every algorithm, because every algorithm is used in a very unique manner. Okay, every algorithm will be used in a very unique manner, in a very unique project, in a very unique data set itself. You need to understand why this particular algorithm is used in this kind of data set. So every algorithm should have its very own project. For example, in the training program, we have 18 different projects right over here from various companies to be able to make sure that you guys are able to understand these algorithms in total. So we have one project in cybersecurity, one project in like aeronautics, one project in from Amazon, that is for the customer segmentation itself, and so on and so forth. So that is also very important right over here, guys. The market basket optimization, mall customer segmentation, Facebook ad analytics, 50 startup revenue, predict employee salaries. So there should be 18 different projects that you should be able to have, along with 18 implementation of the algorithms as well. Okay. Next, you go into the arena of deep learning. In deep learning, you need to understand the mathematics a bit itself. You don't need to implement it from scratch. You just need to understand that algorithm, know a bit of the mathematics, and then you can directly jump off to the project. Okay, you don't need to implement it. That is the beauty of deep learning, because you won't be able to implement it. That is the reason why. Okay, you need to learn artificial neural nets, convolutional neural nets, recurrent neural nets, autoencoders, GANs, and natural language processing. So these are 6 different deep learning algorithms that you need to learn, and you need to have at least 1 or 2 projects in each of them. Okay, so for example, we have projects like wine quality test. Okay, so taking up your image and converting it into an emoji. Okay, so that we have called it as emojify. Then we are having Jarvis. Okay, a chatbot called as Jarvis, a language translator that will translate one language to the other. Then YouTube sentiment analysis, so that will basically take up any of the channels that is basically there on YouTube and show what is the sentiment towards that particular YouTuber. Music generation. Okay, you can create your own music using deep learning. You can create your own music using deep learning. So that is the power. You don't even need to have any instrument at all. You just need to feed in 50 different kinds of music. It will then generate a music for you. That's the beauty right over here. Okay, the technologies that you need to master is GitHub, Python, Anaconda, Beautiful Soup, Jupyter Notebooks, Seaborn, Matplotlib, Statistics, C++, Pandas, SQL, NumPy. Okay, so these are all the different things that you need to master, and after that, yes, you are now employable. Any company would be begging to have you at the end of the day, but you will have to do everything that I've mentioned right over here, everything in detail. Okay, it will take time. It's not easy. I'm saying this because of course many of you would be doing it on your own. In that particular case, it will take time, it won't be easy. But see, the beauty with learning computer science is persistence. Every day, dedicated time you have to allot. You have to sit at that particular point of time and learn, not watch Netflix and chill. Okay, every day, 4 hours of your time you should be devoting to your career. See, the main question that I want to ask you is, do you want to spend 3 months, 4 months giving 4 hours of your time to get a placement that is like giving you 20 lakhs per annum, 30 lakhs per annum? Or do you want to party right now, watch some bullshit Netflix series, and at the end of the day get a placement of 3 lakhs? Dude, people who are getting placed right now earn 3 lakhs a month. And TCS and Infosys pays 3 lakhs a year. What do you want from your life? That is up to you to decide, not anyone else. Okay? That is up to you to decide. Nobody can help you guys out. Only you yourself have to take up that decision. Okay? Okay. So, okay. Any questions related to the pathway that I've told you up till this particular point of time? Any questions that you are having right now? Please let me know. Any questions, any queries related to everything that I've told you right now? Guys, let me know any questions, any queries that you guys are having. Please let me know, because see, from tomorrow we are going to start off with a project. Okay, we'll be learning a bit about data, deep learning, a bit about convolutional neural networks, and then we'll go directly into the project. We won't be able to have time to be able to like guide you more. Okay, so that's the main problem. That is the reason why I'm asking you guys, do you have any questions? How many projects do we need to complete before placements? See, it's not the number of projects that you need to do, it's the quality of the projects that matter. Yes, if you're choosing data science, then at least you will have to work upon the 18 machine learning algorithms, 6 deep learning algorithms. That makes 24 projects right over there. 2 projects, one on SQL and one on, let's say, you're working upon one on statistics. So that makes it like 26. So 26 or 27 different projects you will have to do. Okay. Divyansh, first learn everything. How will you apply for a job if you're not able to learn anything? When you're applying for a job, just go to LinkedIn. There will be a lot many number of job postings. You can go to different particular like companies are posting every single day. Just Google data analyst fresher jobs. You will be able to see a list of jobs where you will be able to apply. But for that, you need to have the knowledge. Okay. Yeah, C++ is taught in the full stack training as well. Quantitative aptitude is also important for getting placements. Manvi, see, quantitative aptitude is something that you can develop in like 2 days of practice. It's not something that you need to spend 2 hours of your time for the rest 6 months, because it's like 15 questions that they will be asking you right over there. And you need to first do the coding question. So, for example, when I gave my interview back way back for Walmart, we had like 60 MCQs and two coding questions. I didn't attempt a single MCQ question, a single quantitative question. I didn't even look at it. I just did the two coding questions and I got selected for the next rounds. There were many of my friends who were able to do one coding question and these 60 MCQs as well, but they weren't selected. They focus much more upon your coding rather than your aptitude. Because if you know coding, then your aptitude is already good. Because the competitive programming basically helps you to increase your aptitude thinking as well. Okay. Okay. So can you please tell us what to do in CP? My suggestion to you would be how I handled CP for when I was there. You first have to do lead code. Okay, once you have learned, let's take up an example right now. I've started out right now. I don't know DSA. I started out, I learned a bit of C++. I went into mathematics. I went into bit manipulation. So the current topic that I've learned is bit manipulation. Now I will go to leadcode.com. Okay, let's go to leadcode. Okay, I will filter it on lead code. So just go to lead code. Like I will have to sign in right over there. So just go to lead code, filter it according to bit manipulation, easy questions. Do those easy questions right over there. Okay. Then move on to medium questions. If you're not able to do it, leave it right over there. Move on to recursion. Again, do easy questions. Arrays easy. Searching easy. Sorting easy. Slowly and slowly start trying to do the medium questions as well. If you're not able to do it, learn the how to do it. Learn these. Look at the solution. Try to understand the solution. Look at some videos. Come back to lead code. Do it properly right over there. So that should be the process that you should be following. Okay. And the second thing is go to codeshift.com as well. Okay. Do not do hacker earth, do not do hacker rank. It gives you a false sense of accomplishment. It does not help you at all in your placements. Okay, go to codechef. Okay, go to codechef, and there are some like competitions that go on right over here. For example, starters 42. Okay, this is a particular contest on 8th of June. Okay, compete in these contests. Even if you know nothing, June long challenge, do that. Okay, even if you know nothing, even if you don't know programming, go there, look at the question, search for it, try to understand it, code it, do it again. Slowly and slowly you will get the hang of it. Okay, it's extremely important to do lead code for your practice and to do code chef to make sure that you are not lagging behind in the competition as well. At the end of the day, this is just like J mains and advanced. It's just like that. Whatever you're learning right now, it won't be useful to you in your company. You will do something else itself. But right now, this is a competition. This is J mains and advanced. You will have to crack these interviews to get into these companies. That's the main problem. Okay, we are like a training center. Okay, we have partnerships with companies. We get students placed, and we are a non-profit. So we don't charge something like. Okay, so let me just show it to you guys. If you are interested in the same, so there is one called as Coding Ninjas. And the other one called as Scalar Academy. These are the two particular companies that I know right now that are providing, let's say, programs, okay, that I appreciate, that are good enough for placements. Okay, so for example, let me just, for Coding Ninjas, I don't trust them a lot. Okay, let me just show you why I'm saying that. Let's look at data science and machine learning right over here. Do these guys have the program syllabus as well? Okay, who will download this? Okay, so just look at the price, 50,000 rupees. And this is like recorded. This is not even live. This was the problem that I was able to see when I went into exploring what is currently available right now in the market. what like students have to basically like go into companies, I was able to see like scalar charges, I think so, 2.5 lakh rupees. Like, just see the pricing right over here. They don't even show the pricing, I guess. The pricing button does not work. Okay, there's no pricing itself. So scalar costs you about 2.5 lakhs. So that is the main problem that I was able to see, that it's just too much. Like, why are they charging this much? That is the reason why we founded DevTown. First, it was called as Shape AI. Later on, we changed it to DevTown, and we founded this with the sole purpose of getting students placed. So what we do is, we have like 2 hours of live classes every single day for 13 weeks. For web development, it is like 3.5 months. For data science, it's like 3 months of training program. We have, for example, like 2 hours of live classes on Zoom every single day, 5 days a week. After that, we have 2 hours of live doubt session as well, 5 days a week with the instructor. Each class has like 20 to 40 students, not more than that, so that you are able to get individual attention as well from the instructors. Every class after the live program is recorded and given to you. Okay, so that if you want to learn, if you have like missed a particular class, or you were not well for a particular class, or at any point of time you want to revise something, so we give you the recordings of the live classes as well, so that you are able to revise with a lifetime access to the same. The competitive programming and data structures and algorithms is taught by a particular person who is currently in the top 100. So Ritik Kumar, okay, Ritik Kumar is in the top 100 in the entire world on CodeChef and Lead Code, in the entire world, not in India, okay, in the entire world. So he will be the particular person who will be teaching you CP, that is competitive programming. DSA will be taught to you by Ritik, I guess, who is currently in Google right now. Okay, so he's an SDE at Google. Then after that, all the projects and everything is done live. These will be the instructors that will be teaching you live every single day. We have Aradhana Gund from Google, Dipen from Amazon, Harsh Akshit from Google, Ritik Kumar from CodeChef, Khushbu Tanyal from McKinsey and Company, Krishna Sampat from Morgan Stanley, Madhav from American Express, Nandini from Google, Sony, TensorFlow, Goldman Sachs, HP, Porsche, Geo, Oracle, Cisco. So we have mentors who are going to teach you. So these will be the people who will be teaching you live every single day. And every day the classes will be live. You will be taught everything from scratch. The only prerequisite that we are having is you should be able to understand English. That's the only thing that we demand, nothing else, because the mode of communication will be in English, because we have students from Persia, we have students from Spain, we have students from Africa as well. So we have to cater to an international audience. That is the reason why we have classes in English. That's the only prerequisite. The second thing is the average placements for data science, that is for the previous batch, was 12.7 lakhs per annum, and for the web development batch was 13.3 lakhs per annum. Web development had a greater pay scale, okay, by just 0.6 lakhs. But I'm telling you very frankly, it does not matter, okay, because just think about your interest, because the difference is not that much at the end of the day, okay. The students that we have placed, you can just go to our website and look at it from right over there as well. So the people who we have placed right now, you can just visit these people. So we have placed people in Microsoft, Gap, Accenture. We have some video testimonials as well. So this particular person got offers from FSI Global, JSW, Amdocs, Accenture. So we have got students placed in Amazon, Google, Samsung, Flipkart, Geo, Oracle. So we have these hiring partners with us. The only thing is you just have to focus upon the class. Whatever assignments that we are giving to you, just do that. If you're able to do this, we guarantee you placements. Like, what can be better than that? The only cost that we are having is, so when a particular person from Google is going to teach you, of course he will be charging something from us. The only thing is we cannot give something from our own pockets. So the charge is 4,500 rupees per student. Okay, that is their charges. Along with that, we have to pay the taxes on that. That is 1,500 rupees. The cost goes to 6,000 rupees. And then we have a like management cost of maintaining the classes, maintaining a team, of bringing like companies in to hire you guys. That is an additional 1,000. So the entire cost of the program is 7,000 rupees. That's it for the entire like entire duration of 3 months. So that is the entire cost for the program. If you guys are interested in the same, see, I have provided you guys the syllabus on the website. You can just go to the program. You can go to any of the programs that we are having. Just go right over there, download the syllabus, look at it. Okay, you will be able to understand it at everything is very easy. You can contact me for mentorship as well. Okay, but if you are planning to join the program, do let me know. I will guide you through the process. I will help you guys out as well. Okay, it's totally up to you. Again, I think it would be beneficial for you because this program has been catered in such a way that when I was a student, it became very difficult for me to keep me motivated at all times. If I was doing for 1 month and then for the next 6 months, I was watching Netflix, then I realized that I'm too late for placements. So that shouldn't happen with anyone else. That's why this program has been made in 3 months itself. Once I've completed this, it becomes very easy for you to get placements. Now we have got placed, like we have students who have joined us in our first year, second year, third year, fourth year. We have students, so let me just show it to you as well. So for example, let me just show it to you. We have placed a lot many number of students right over here. Let's see. Some of the students, if I'm able to, like so Gaurav Kumar was from civil. We had people from, let's see who else I'm able to recognize. Vikas Kumar, he was from chemical itself. Amitesh was from not from BTech as well. He was from MSc or something like that. So we have placed students from various. So Shubham Shastri was from electrical. We have people placed in, like, there was one more person who was placed in Walmart. So he was from chemical. So we have placed so many people, like we have placed people from all the years, all the branches. The last record for our placements was from 1,000 students. We got 920 students placed up till this particular point of time. For the rest, we are currently working with companies and setting up their process as well. So that is the reason why, if you want to join us, it's great. Do join us. The next batch is going to start within the next 15 days itself. It will be great to see you guys in the program. I will be one of the instructors myself as well. So it will be amazing. If you guys want to reach out to me for the same, so how many of you, just to let, like, because we have like 40 50 people, 40 people itself that we can have in one class. So can you guys let me know how many of you are really interested in the same, interested in joining the program? The cost is 7,000 rupees for the entire 3 months of training, irrespective of which training you are choosing. Okay. Do you guys, like, can you tell me how many of you are interested in the same? So if many of you are interested, then we will have to plan on creating 2 different batches. We start off with just 1 batch every month, not more than that, because we also want instructors to take care of every single student. But if you guys say that, okay, we are like more than 40 people, then we can make multiple batches for you. So can you let me know how many of you are interested in joining the training program, just so that I'm able to get an idea? If you guys are in, see, like I said, again, you can do it on your own as well. It will take you like a lot of time, because without mentorship it becomes very difficult, and I know that. Okay, that is the reason why, instead of bringing a second year student in to teach you guys up, we are bringing people with 1 or 2 years of experience, so that you guys are also getting the great mentorship from them. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm just asking how many of you are interested. Okay, I'm able to see that 7 people as of this particular moment are interested. That's great. If you guys want, I'm giving you my personal number. It's a WhatsApp number. It's not my personal number. If you are calling me up, nobody is going to pick it up. Okay, but if you are interested, do message me on WhatsApp. I will help you guys out as well. We have a monthly payment system. We have one-time payment system as well. So we can arrange something for you guys. If there is, like, if you want to pay monthly as well, but I cannot guarantee it. Monthly payment systems, we only take it using Slice and Uni. So that is the system that we are having right now. Okay. So the cost of the entire program would be 7,000 rupees. for 3 months of training, and it's a proper internship as well. You'll be getting a certificate of appreciation, so a letter of recommendation, internship completion certificate at the end. You don't have to worry about it, as well as placements. Okay, so that is our guarantee. Okay, so I'll just put up my number as well. So the cost of the program is 7,000 rupees. Like I said, it's a non-profit program. Anywhere else, this program will cost you between 40,000 rupees if you're going with just recordings, to 2,50,000 rupees if you're going live. But as we are a non-profit organization and we have a lot many number of partnerships with the companies which are directly hiring from us, so we are able to keep the costs at 7,000. Okay, and that too you can make it as a monthly payment. You don't have to pay it at once. Okay, but the monthly payment, we only have some methods in which you are able to make the monthly payment. Okay, so that's the major thing. Okay, so I'm giving you my number as well. This is my WhatsApp number. You guys can connect to me on WhatsApp, so you can just write wa.me slash plus 91 and then my number. So you can use this link to contact me as well. Think so this link should also work if you want to contact me. I've already given you my number, so you can directly contact me on WhatsApp. Just send me a hi or a hey. I will talk to you. If you want, I will just help you guys out as well. Don't worry about it. uh, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, any things, okay, let me know. I will help you guys out. Okay, I'm always there as a mentor. You don't have to worry about it. Anything else, guys, please let me know. Anything else, guys, please let me know. Okay, great. So the attendance link for today, let me just create the attendance link for today. Today is the 4th day or the 5th day? It's the 5th day. Okay. Make the attendance day for the 5th day itself. So this is the link for the attendance right over here, as you are able to see. Okay, if you want to see the link, you can take a screenshot from right over here. Otherwise as well, I will just show you the QR code. Ashish, just go to our website devtown.in. You will be able to find this syllabus from right over there. Okay, just go to our website devtown.in, go to courses, select the course that you want to see the syllabus of. You will be able to see from right over there. Okay. Okay, so this is the QR code for today. You can guys can scan it ahead, scan it as well as move ahead as well. Okay. Okay. So again, those who are interested for the program, reach out to me on my WhatsApp number, and I will help you guys out. Okay, I've already given you the link as well. Okay, you can use that link to reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I will help you guys out. Okay. Okay, so let's end the class right over here. We'll meet tomorrow again at 7. We will complete neural networks, deep learning, as well as a bit about convolutional neural networks as well. And we'll start off with the project. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Let's meet tomorrow at the right time. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.